First of all, Big Hit is really making its way towards being, well, I mean, it's pretty much already confirmed. It's like the big four now. So they're having two big American collaborations. So first, they're doing auditions for a boy group in America as a partnership with Universal Music. And they're also signing a deal with Warner Brothers, meaning that BTS concerts, and I'm gonna guess like TXT and Playlist, entertainment stuff too, will be streaming on HBO Max. So
Yeah. So specifically, when I was looking at the group uh like concept with Skylar yesterday, we were like really confused as to how this was gonna work because it seems like he's doing global auditions, but for like a boy group. That seems or sounds from what I'm hearing like it's going to be multiracial too, possibly. And that it's going to be like the show itself is going to air on US television, like on a US network. And that they're creating a base in LA. And it's going to be like this huge project where they take like artists from all over the world and put them in one group and train them like K-pop idols, although they're not going to be in Korea. And I don't think they're trying to put them in the Korean market, but in the US market. Like Universal's going to be producing the music and Big Hit's going to be taking care of the training process for these idols. And so like I'm confused but really intrigued. I just really don't want it to end up being like a group of white boys, because that would be
okay. That's what I was gonna say. If it's a group of white boys, I got a name for them.
Never mind. I don't even want those problems.
Boys. Like white boys.
White boys. White boys. Dude, if they come up with something like the Boys in Motion, maybe I'll be down. Maybe I'll be down. At the Boys in Motion.
No, I do not want to see white.
I don't want it though. I just don't want Big Hit to have like a failure or a bust, because I really hope that they're tapping into what the American audience is like, because we all know maybe what works for South Korea might not work for America, but I sincerely hope it does and like everything works out.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm very interested to see how this is going to work. Like, can you imagine? Like, I don't think the dynamic is going to be the same as what they're used to with these shows, specifically.
They're going to fight.
They're going to fight.
Oh my God.
I just know.
There is reality and they're going to be like, what the hell?
God damn it, Brandon. What? You know I'm the visual, okay? I'm the center.
They don't understand, okay? Americans, what did they say about us when they saw the Grammys performances? We're low class. I'm just kidding.
When disagreements happen on like what happened on like
low class,
when they had Island and they were making N-hyphen, like the disagreements, like one of the members would get upset that the others were like upset with him and go cry in a room, and they'd all be like, oh my God, let's go comfort him, like we have to let him know how much he means to us. That would never work here. Like let a man start crying, let a nigga cry, and they'd be like, what's wrong with you, like you're so dramatic, and then like he wouldn't even cry to begin with. He'd actually be like, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
And then like the other one, you want to go, bro?
No, he would leave the house. You know how they storm out the house?
I'm done with this shit.
And they're like, I'm done with this shit. I'm
done. Like, dun, 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 dun.
Like, it would be bad because like, maybe one person would go after him and be like, you can't do this, Jamal. We need you.
Jamal! And you know the stereotypes when the black person walks in, the music. Like, it's gonna be I hope it's not like reality TV
I
because
do. You know,
they
I
just
wasn't
don't
even
get it.
thinking of it like that. I was thinking it was gonna be like American Idol, you know, like where they just kind of like do the inspirational, you know, like the new American Idol, not like the old American
Because
Idol.
you know they're gonna.
But if it's like Flavor of Love, but for like a boy group, I would be so
Flavor
down.
of Love.
Like Flavor,
No,
Flavor of Jamin or something.
you could
Shut
take
up.
you could take the American. Never mind. Let me not say what I'm gonna say, but hope it works out.
I was like, we were really trying to think of how this would go, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, this is not going to be what they expect it to be because the cultures are so different. But I don't know. I really hope that this group ends up being like very diverse and that they find really good dancers and that like everything works out. But like we were even talking about like if they have to go on a diet, like we do that, but we don't do that here. Like the dieting and like the training for such long hours and the living together, specifically the living together, like when you're a group is going to be very different from what is done here typically. And so I'm like, it's gonna be interesting. Real House of Big Hit.
Yeah, like, Big Hit House. High B House.
Hype House. Idol House.
Ooh, I like that. Idol House.
I hope it works. Idol House. I hope it works out because we watched Islands and Island was them like all living together. It's not like groups don't live together. I know pretty much live together, but it's more like, you know, we rent out a house in LA and then we have different friends. Like it's very like it's like us living together, like roommate. You know, like it's not like we're in a dorm and we go to this every hour and then you know together. Like it's like really restricted. Let's bond. You know, people just don't really do that here. So I'm interested.
We're individualistic.
But we'll see.
If they ever do a girl group one and we get like, I promise, if we get 1,000 subscribers by the time they do a girl group one, I will go audition.
I'm dying.
God.
Just for the meme.
Would you record it?
We have to. I would love to film that.
That would be so 100%.
Funny. Okay.
I'll do it.
We should all go.
No.
I know Skylar won't do it.
Because Skylar will sing. I'll dance. And what if we get past the first round? I think I'll bow out then. I'll be like, you know what?
Well, see, that's why I would do it because I know I wouldn't pass the first audition.
I just wouldn't do it in general because I don't want to do it.
I do BM's. I'd sing Candy Shop and do BM's routine.
I'm like, I don't want to waste y'all's time. I'm not into this. This is a million people who are better at this than me.
I would literally sign up to audition just to see Olivia go.
Now you guys can come with. Like, I'll be like, this is my these are my sisters. Can they come watch?
Yeah.
I need their support.
That'd be so funny.
But I'm sure they have an age limit. I was also trying to figure out what the age range for them would be. And like during Island, it was like from 15 to 23. So it'd probably be like the same age range for here.
Actually, true. I was just going to say, Olivia could audition. It would be like more like musicality, like instruments, singing, guitar playing, like that sort of
guitar. But like I couldn't, like I can't sing. So like
you can. I thought you would sell yourself short. You can hold a tune.
You know,
you can. Yeah.
I go up there and do dum 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 dum.
I'd go dance. I'd go dance, and then like they'd be like the rap. Boom.
They might.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Up there and dance. They'd be like, she a whole rapper.
True, but any black person in general, they're like, "Oh, okay, I see." Like they always
Rapper. Like,
why do they always start like everyone always starts like moving differently and like making
Okay,
motions.
I
They're like
see.
swag.
Yeah, you know.
I'm like, every can you picture Olivia just like rapping? I kind of could.
I
It'd be
would love that.
I mean,
yeah.
you
But
know,
also, like,
MC Olivia, Little Steps.
Little
I don't
step.
think I'd make it though. I think I'm too like tall to begin with.
Well,
No, because
all
they're
the
kind
girls'
of like into
generation
tall
girls are
people.
tall. Like it's Red
Yeah,
Velvet is the
not too
exception to
small.
the rule. They're all short, but that's rare.
Yeah, they're all small. They're like
They're
very,
very petite.
very tiny.
Interesting. Well, like and subscribe if you ever want to see us audition.
Not
Not
us.
me either.
Not that I'm
Just
doing
me.
it. Not that I'll actually do it.
So, what do you guys think about BTS on HBO Max?
They're on HBO.
Well,
Yes.
I think that's
Absolutely.
kind of like what's implied in this deal, right?
Oh.
Yeah, well, they just kind of said
Yeah.
that the company is going to invest about 500, was it billion won? I think it was a B.
Oh
which is
yeah.
a lot of money. So if they're investing that in the company, then obviously there's some kind of partnership. And yeah, the assumption was that they would end up buying content to be put on HBO Max, which would be great because I do not pay for it on Weverse. So I've seen none of their documentaries.
Damn.
And I would love
Damn. Yeah, I'm down for
Me
it.
too. Same.
single one is like $20. I would much rather just watch them on HBO Max, which my dad pays for.
Exactly. It'd be like going to see Godzilla versus Kong, but with BTS. Like, you know how Warner Brothers like has their movies now showing at the same time as they launch in theaters. Like maybe they could do that.
Exactly. And there are so many of their concerts like on DVD. They would have endless content.
Yeah, and then they would also have
Yeah, man.
17 and G Idol and TXT and
Yeah.
Hyphen. That's a lot.
And imagine they start like putting BTS Run on HBO. I would die. I would actually just crack up.
That'd be lit.
Just seasons of BTS Run. You could watch them try and cook for like 20 minutes every day.
I'm so down for this.
They play their little games, shooting bottle caps each other on HBO Max.
Yeah, you know, that sounds lit to me.
They have so much power right now. Like they really have the juice because the fact that they're willing to invest $500 billion in an empire that won.
Yeah, I was
yikes.
Dollars
Oopsies,
would
won. Yeah.
It's just,
dollars would be too much.
Would be different.
Yeah, that'd be different.
Whole
Crazy.
different thing.
That unimaginable. But the fact that they're willing to invest in this whole empire, is because of BTS is insane. So kudos to BTS.
Mm-hmm.
Making a difference in the world just by being a fan.
Olivia was like,
no, I am an army.
I'm just kidding. I know.